One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So UTEP's offense will start this game off with the football. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Get it out on the screen. Running into the open space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
The Miners are marching down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. All right, guys, let's step back here and talk UTEP. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
He wants to throw it again. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Miners. They're on the board first here in the season opener. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So USF's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Snagged in the middle. It's Slater. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. Fourth down coming. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry, you're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
The Bulls will send out the punt unit. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They'll try the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Miners will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the returner will be dragged down. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a second and long. He wants to change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the option. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Hold. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got his man downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Rush is on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Got the first down. Looking for more. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. And the Bulls have this offense rolling. The option look. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Miners decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Makes the catch. It's Coles. After 45 on his way. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business. at the 21. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The give to the tailback. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of 1st down yardage. And now on 4th down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Final stand of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The give out of the gun. There he goes. The tap. Touchdown, UTEP. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the 1st game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Bulls will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. The Miners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
They'll move the tight end. Off play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. You get field position like this and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this. Touchdown, Miners! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
UTEP 28, South Florida 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bulls want to crank the tempo.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to do.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And that last completion left him short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lofts one high and deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, UTEP. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Give to the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option. Nowhere to run. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, UTEP. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And the returner is stopped. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Power football with the run. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.